Chief Executive of the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Mr. Errol Hanneman, and other top functionaries of the sugar company Guysuco briefed the Cabinet on Tuesday about the state of the sugar industry, its challenges, and the options available to address the situation. Minister of State Joseph Harmon briefed the media on that Cabinet Guysuco encounter.
And the presentation to Cabinet gave considerations of the matters which ranged from maintaining the status quo, that is to say, just do nothing and allow the corporation to go as it is, to the point of a limited form of diversification. So along that continuum of opportunities, there were several proposals which were made. Of course, the position that was taken by Guysuco itself was that the worst option was to maintain the status quo.
Since in that regard, the minister pointed out that there are serious implications for the national treasury, which can easily cost the nation about $40 billion in the short term.
This, of course, is added to a current debt which Guysuco has in excess of $80 billion. Cabinet listened very carefully to the presentation, made its own comments and questions, and questioned the presenters, after which Cabinet thanked the team for their frank and forthright presentation and indicated its intention to give urgent consideration to the issues raised and the advice offered.
A cabinet subcommittee will be examining the presentation by Guysuco and is expected to present a report to the government within 2 weeks. From the government's point of view, Minister Harmon pointed out that some decisions would have to be made about the sugar belt by the end of 2016. Minister Harmon was asked if closure is one of the options.
As I said, these are options, and options are things which you exercise. You look at it, you look at the pros and the cons of it, whether this is good or that is bad. These are in the process of your deliberations on these options. It is not always good to go about to say, look, these are the options, these are our deliberations, because you may very well find sometimes at the end of your deliberation that you come up with a conclusion that is not consistent with your earlier position.
But in the midst of all the bad news, Guysuco was able to access some overseas markets recently. Minister Harmon was questioned about that.
So that in finding new markets, that's good, and it is something which we would encourage if Guysuco finds new market. In fact, we'll be happy if they found a market to take us out of all of this and bring the industry back to profitability. But certainly these are early days yet.
Royden James, HGP Nightly News.